Thanks for stopping on in for today's college basketball pick video play for December 30th, 2017. If you're interested in getting all of our college basketball plays for today's action, you can get those over at stumpthespread.com, link down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Coming into this one, I'm going to be talking about this highly anticipated, very intriguing rivalry matchup here in the Pac-12 between Arizona State and Arizona. Coming into the year, we actually had quite high expectations for this Arizona State group, especially in comparison to others, but they have even far surpassed our expectations, going 12-0 against a pretty tough non-conference slate. So they're going on the road here today against their rival, taking on the Arizona Wildcats, who had high expectations themselves coming into the year. They slipped up a little bit in the earlier portion of the non-conference slate, but the Wildcats, they've seemed to be correcting course more so over the past few weeks of action, moving back into the top 25 and standing 10-3 overall. This figures to be a very competitive contest. So the road team here, Arizona State, with that 12-0 record, they've picked up wins against teams like San Diego State, Kansas State, Xavier, St. John's, on the road against Kansas, Vanderbilt. There really is quite a number of strong resume-building results for the Sun Devils, and that's allowed them to move into the top 5 in the polls. So this group, they've found their success this year mainly on the offensive side of the ball. 4th in all of college basketball in scoring average compared to 169th in total team defense. But even their defensive numbers are fairly impressive when you consider at what tempo this team plays at. So they're averaging about 20 more points scoring than what they're giving up defensively. Having a plus 20-point differential is highly impressive, especially when you look at the schedule that Arizona State has faced this season. It'll be interesting to see if ASU is able to continue to put up these kind of results as they head into the Pac-12 and consistently going against tough competition on a game-to-game basis. So the home team here today, Arizona, of course, they have that elite home court advantage. They usually do a pretty good job of utilizing that. The Wildcats, with that 10-3 overall record, they slipped up in the earlier portion of the non-conference, losing to NC State, SMU, and then that brutal blowout loss to the hands of Purdue. But since then, they've been building things back up again. They've picked up some nice wins against UNLV, Texas A&M, Alabama, and in their last outing, they got past UConn by a final of 73-58. The Wildcats, they've shown positive signs on the offensive side of the ball as well, and they typically like to play with some tempo of their own. They're 38th in college basketball in scoring average, but still averaging about 7 points less per game than Arizona State, and then they're 155th in the nation in total team defense, and they have a plus-minus of about positive 12 to 13 points. So about 7 points or so worse in comparison to Arizona State on just a game-to-game basis from what both of these teams have been putting up. But of course, you also have to consider the fact that Arizona has been much better as of late than what they were showing in the earlier portion of the campaign. Really excited to see how this one shakes out. Expect it to be a competitive matchup. Arizona, they deserve to be slight favorites here, even though they haven't been quite as impressive as the Sun Devils, given the fact that they're very talented, very well coached, and they're going to be bringing in that home court advantage. But with that being the case, we do expect the Sun Devils to push potentially for the upset, and as a result, we're going to go ahead side with Arizona State here, getting those 5 points as our college basketball pick video play. And again, guys, if you're interested in getting all of our college basketball picks, you can access those over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description. Be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.